Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Now at 10, a more wintry weekend across Connecticut with actually some snow falling right now in a few spots. We'll talk about how long it lasts ahead.
Plus, COVID-19 is starting to hit hard with 7 counties now on the CDC's high transmission map. We'll talk with health professionals and unpack the latest guidance to mask up indoors. And a send-off to a beloved legislator whose life was taken far too soon. How his friends, family, and constituents are remembering him tonight. The Fox 61 News at 10 starts right now. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Samaya Hernandez. Carmen Chow has the night off. Well, we want to start tonight with the weather. A big chill added some big difficulties to everyone's morning commute. You're looking at an accident in Tolland on Mile Hill Road. It was one of multiple across the state that caused icy road conditions as people took to the pavement this morning. Temperatures were right around freezing as daylight broke, and crews have been hard at work ever since, making sure there is salt on the roads. Now the question is whether these winter temperatures are going to continue or if they're heading back up above freezing for the rest of the week. And here to break all of that down for us, meteorologist Ryan Breton. Ryan, are these freezing temps going to be around for a little bit? Are we looking at another warm up?
We have another one in the 7-day, Samaya, but the rest of the weekend does look fairly wintry. And this is the live radar tonight. We actually have some snow showers that have just developed in the last hour. I'll put this into motion. This is fairly random, to be honest with you. Wasn't expecting too many of these to flare up. We thought some dry air would be moving in, but instead the atmosphere squeezing out just a little bit of extra moisture. It's snowing in Guilford. Heard from Tom, our weather watcher there. And we have a couple of bursts of snow going through Oxford and Waterbury as well. Maybe enough to coat the ground briefly from Watertown over to Southbury and New Milford, even Bristol getting into some of these flakes right now. This should not be too long lasting, but notice there are some clouds coming up from the southwest. There's actually a big ocean storm out at sea, and this band of precipitation tomorrow will move into Cape Cod, bringing some snow to them, while we'll just have varying amounts of clouds and sun here in Connecticut. So 6 o'clock in the morning, there may be a covering of snow in some spots from a few of those snow showers right now, but tomorrow the trend will be for some sunshine in central and western Connecticut, more clouds in eastern and southeast Connecticut. Look at all the snow just to our east in southeastern Mass and Cape Cod. This may come back tomorrow night and bring a few flakes just in time for early Monday morning. I'll be back to talk more about that coming up. Samaya?
Thanks, Ryan. As another county reaches a high COVID-19 transmission rate, Connecticut health officials are once again recommending that all residents consider wearing a mask in public indoor spaces. The CDC says 7 of 8 counties in our state have a high COVID-19 transmission rate. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live now from West Hartford with more from health officials on these new recommendations. Hey, DeAndrea.
Well, Samaya, Hartford County, it's one of those 7 counties that the CDC says that has a high transmission rate. And health officials that I talked to today, they say that while the numbers aren't as high as they were this time last year, that people should still err on the side of precaution if they are indoors. As the winter holiday season is coming to an end, there's still a winter surge of COVID-19 cases. Not a surprise for health experts like University of New Haven Health Sciences professor Dr. Jessica Holzer.
This is expected, unfortunately, that we anticipated that people going back into homes, people having holiday events and having limited ventilation because it's cold out would contribute to an increase in respiratory illnesses, COVID being one of them.
With the state positivity rate being 13%, the CDC says that every county except New London is in the high category. Now the CDC and the Department of Health are recommending that all residents consider wearing a mask in public indoor spaces again.
I feel like, with the mask, it comes to everyone's preferential, what they want to do.
Kind of surprised. I didn't think we'd be going back to masking up ever again.
Dr. Karam Gumman, family medicine clerkship director at Quinnipiac University, says that numbers aren't nearly as high as they were this time last year.
Even though we have increased the positive cases, the severe illness and severe symptoms were not as high as it was a year ago or 2 years ago.
But he, along with other health professionals, say that this should be taken seriously.
And then anytime you have COVID rates in this red zone, that you mask indoors to minimize transmission of the disease.
Now, officials also say that you should be vaccinated, and if you are vaccinated, to make sure that you are updated on your boosters. They also say the best masks to wear are N95s or surgical masks. In West Hartford, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61 News.
Thank you, DeAndrea. A send-off for a beloved legislator whose life was cut short last week, just hours after being sworn in for a third term in the General Assembly. A private funeral was held this morning in Middletown to celebrate the late state representative Quentin Williams, known as Q. The Democratic legislator celebrated by those who knew him most and colleagues on both sides of the aisle.
Honoring the man who friends say didn't fit in any one box.
As a energetic young Democrat, professionally as the treasurer for the city of Middletown, as a member of Group of Progressives, as you've heard, who traveled to Israel to learn about municipal government and politics, as a thoughtful state representative advocating for Middletown and for a more equitable Connecticut, and of course, as my line brother.
Alpha, Phi Alpha, the pride of our hearts.
Quentin Q. Williams, remembered as someone who left no one behind, advocating for his Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity brothers and constituents alike. Q was killed last week in a car crash on Route 9 in Cromwell involving a wrong-way driver, hours after he was sworn into his third term at the state capitol. He served his hometown, Middletown's 100th district.
String line.
Though hard to overlook the sudden way Q's life was cut short, the private service at Middletown's Cross Street AME Zion Church was a celebration of life, packed with family, friends, and leaders from across Connecticut.
I'm pretty sure the Q is up there in heaven right now, and he's got everybody smiling. You know why I'm pretty sure? He better be up there in heaven, because if he doesn't get to heaven, none of us stand a chance.
Q took a final ride to the Capitol Wednesday in a special procession from his home, lawmakers pausing for 3 minutes, symbolic of the 3 terms he was elected to serve. Raised by his mother in a single-parent home, Q championed issues dear to his heart, including affordable housing and high-quality education. He was the first black legislator to represent Middletown. But those who knew him best, urging mourners to honor Q's legacy by replicating his best qualities, qualities anyone can embody.
One of the things Quentin would always say to me when he was venting, when he wanted people to do better, he would say, it's not that hard. Just do the right thing. It's not that complicated.
Williams was 39 years old. He is survived by his wife, Carissa, and his mother, Queen.